I am with Mr. Ahmad Zia Massoud, the ex-Vice President of Afghanistan. He's here for the past 2 days with a very important and powerful delegation of Afghan leadership. This delegation had meetings with almost every important person in Pakistan's civil military leadership. I want to understand from him, and all these meetings have taken place at a time when Taliban have taken control in Kabul. So I would like to understand from Mr. Ahmad Zia Massoud the nature of the meetings over here and what is the future of Afghanistan in his view at this time. A very warm welcome to you on behalf of the Pakistani people and the viewership of 92 News.
Thank you very much. During the 30 or 40 years before, it was a good relationship between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Therefore, the role of Pakistan is very important to stabilize Afghanistan and to bring peace in Afghanistan. We didn't know how Taliban progressed to take over political power in Kabul, but it was amazing that all the people of Afghanistan considered that our army, they were very strong. But unfortunately, the leadership, political leadership, they were very weak. Therefore, army also, when took some order from political leadership, they couldn't do very well against Taliban. They couldn't fight very well because it was a kind of the most part of the people of Afghanistan. They believe there were a kind of compromise between Mr. Ghani and Taliban, that Taliban should take over political power because of the issue of ethnicity. Ashraf Ghani had already lost his legitimacy between the people of Afghanistan.
Can you tell us what was the nature of the meetings with the military and civil leadership in Pakistan?
Yeah, it was very constructive that we met with official people in here in Pakistan. We said all the situation, the present situation of Afghanistan that is going on now today. Also the war and the current situation of Afghanistan. We asked them that they should have a good role in this very critical time and sensitive time. Pakistan should play its role for stability and to bring peace in Afghanistan.
Over the past several years, Pakistan has worked very hard for a peaceful, stable and all-inclusive government in Afghanistan. Do you think now, when Taliban have taken over, it is still possible to have an inclusive government in Kabul?
Why no? Because the situation is very perfect now, very suitable. Without an inclusive government in Kabul, it's not possible to bring peace in Afghanistan, because the rule of one group, one ethnic group, is not acceptable for the people of Afghanistan. Therefore, the only solution, political solution in Afghanistan, is that we should have an inclusive government and participation of all ethnic groups and political structure. That all ethnic groups should see their presence in political structure.
Today, we saw a tweet and a story from Amrullah Saleh, the ex-director and head of NDS, who says he's going to launch a resistance from Panjshir Valley. Do you think it's a serious challenge, or this is...
No, Amrullah Saleh now he's nothing. Amrullah Saleh, all the Panjshiri, they are against Amrullah Saleh.
Oh.
Because Amrullah Saleh was very near to Ashraf Ghani. And all the time, Amrullah Saleh supported Ashraf Ghani in the cost of the will of the people of Afghanistan, particularly Panjshiri people. They are nothing now.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Today, a few hours ago, President Biden criticized and condemned the Afghan leadership. He said he expected better from them.
Yeah.
Why do you think Ashraf Ghani ran off and fled to Central Asia?
Because Ashraf Ghani didn't work properly in Afghanistan. In the field of economy, he was failed. In the field of social stability, he was failed. He couldn't bring all the people together. National unity has damaged a lot in the presence of Mr. Ghani. In the meantime, he was a very crafted person. Therefore, he was a lawyer. When he talked to Mr. Biden, he said that he will resist against any insurgency. But finally, he escaped from Afghanistan.
Today we have also seen that Afghan Taliban have started allowing women to appear on the streets with Tolo TV reporters standing without any face cover or any hijab on the streets and reporting from there. Are you hopeful for the role of the woman in Afghanistan?
You know that in Afghanistan now, new generation, the women, girls, they are thinking completely differently from the past 20 years. But Taliban consider that these women of Afghanistan, they should be the same like 20 years before. But now, no. They are very revolutionary, our women. They would like to have their own political right. Therefore, they demonstrated that they would like to show to the Taliban that they want their own rights from any government.
How do you see the role of regional powers? You have been ambassador to Russian Federation after 9/11.
Yeah.
How do you see the role of Russia, China, Iran in this Afghanistan future?
I think all our neighbors, they have constructive role in Afghanistan. Russia also, they want that peace should come to Afghanistan, because the security situation of all Central Asia government, if peace don't come in Afghanistan, will be deteriorated. Therefore, Russia and China also, for economic development, is very important for them that peace should be established, should come to Afghanistan.
Afghanistan has a lot of financial problems and challenges, money problem. United States was giving a lot of money before. How do you see a new Afghanistan will be able to manage its finances, the money?
But without the cooperation of big power, particularly America, it's not possible that we should do something in the field of economy. Our financial issues are related to the support of United States. Therefore, we hope that the new inclusive government, not the government of Taliban, should be supported by the United States.
When you left Kabul 3 days ago, Taliban were outside Kabul. Now Taliban are inside Kabul, they control the whole country. Do you still expect a transitional or interim government to come into existence?
I think it's very important that a new administration should take over all the issues in Kabul, because now all the issue is completely mess in Kabul. There is no administration, there is no economy, there is no social order, because we are living now in a kind of political vacuum in Kabul. Therefore, a kind of interim government that till we reach to the inclusive government, I think it will be better now.
You have not only been the Vice President of Afghanistan, you're also the brother of Ahmad Zia Massoud. The world knows you. There's a lot of respect for Ahmad Zia Massoud and for you in the Western world. What do you think the international community should do at this moment?
At this moment, international community should make a lot of efforts that we should come to Afghanistan, and we should do something that a kind of political structure should be established in Afghanistan, that all ethnic group, all the social group should be content, should be happy. This is the effort of international community. Through international community, we will be able to bring peace in Afghanistan. Without that, it's not possible.
And what are your expectations from Islamabad?
Islamabad has a big role in Afghanistan. We hope that Islamabad play his constructive role to bring peace and stability in Afghanistan, because stability and security in Afghanistan directly affect the situation of Pakistan also. A progressive Afghanistan, it means that a progressive Pakistan. If Pakistan has a failed state in his neighboring, then will affect all the situation here. For example, now 6 million people are living in Kabul. Half of them would like to take refuge in different countries, particularly Pakistan. You consider if 3 million people want to come to Pakistan, how your economy will be affected by those refugees. Therefore, this is very important that we should do something that peace come in Afghanistan, and a new chapter in relation between Pakistan and Afghanistan should be created, that all misunderstanding should be removed, and we should go toward economic development, and we should do our effort to bring peace, and also we should work together in security issues.
During your meetings here in Islamabad and Pindi, do you think the Pakistani leadership is aware of these challenges?
Yeah, I think that we are very hopeful. But whatever we heard from the senior official in Islamabad, yeah, our impression is very good. I hope that through the cooperation of Pakistan government, we can do something that stability and peace come to Afghanistan.
So, in Pakistan, there is a lot of concern about India's negative role from Afghanistan and Ashraf Ghani government. What do you think will be the future role of India in Afghanistan?
I think India has a very strong economy. Therefore, Afghanistan also it was a poor country. The previous relationship that was existed between India and Afghanistan, that we would like to take advantages from this, from the strong economy that India has. All investment of India in different economic infrastructure was good, but we didn't want that India use soil Afghanistan or the people of Afghanistan against the Pakistan or against the security of Pakistan. We don't allow any country to do that. Yeah, our relationship with Pakistan is very important comparing to India, because we have 2,400 kilometers border. Our religious relationship, cultural relationship, this is very important. Therefore, we prefer that Afghanistan and Pakistan should work together, that we should pave the ground for economic development, because our people, they are very poor, it's very sensitive that we should work together.
Thank you so much.